premier point. It was like one of the movie calls. All expense paid trip to Hollywood for the premier port near to who? Have a great time. Thank you.
One flooded business coming up on ABC 6 News at 5. A local flower shop has seen its share of floodwaters, but what happened afterwards was more than an ordinary coincidence. Plus, a happy ending for the family of an autistic man who went missing for a week. And someone made possible key evidence in the disappearance of Joey Cooley's to the public.
Your news and weather story. ABC 6 News.
More than a week after water rushed through the city of Austin, many are still trying to clean up. While the water is gone, businesses are still working to get what they need to open their doors to customers. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Erica Miller. It could be a while before some businesses in our area are back on their feet following this month's record flooding. ABC 6 News reporter Dan Conrad has the story of one business that kept going despite the flood and kept a special day special.
In the hours before her daughter's wedding, it was a sight Danny Heine didn't want to see.
Well, we drove by the Hardy Uranium and we saw them evacuated.
This is 2004 flood line and this is 2008.
When heavy rain caused Austin's third worst flood ever a week and a half ago, one of the first places to get swamped was Vicki Trimble's flower shop.
We had 2 weddings that weekend.
And by the time the flood hit, the flowers for those weddings had arrived.
Wedding stuff will come in Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll start working on it Thursday.
But it takes more than a flood to get between a bride and her flowers.
The flowers are really an important part of a wedding.
The girls just come in and we put up folding tables and we work.
They were assembling the bouquets and everything on her dining room table.
Including the bouquets for Julia Heine's wedding. Bouquets that had a special significance.
We had gone back to where Julia's grandparents lived, and the family who lived there gave us some peonies from their garden, and they were to be incorporated into the bouquet.
With her daughter getting married in 2 days and 3 feet of water in the shop that was doing the wedding flowers, you might have expected Danny Heine to be a basket case. But you see, she wasn't because she'd been through it once before.
In 2004, September, my oldest daughter Ruth was getting married, and Austin flooded a week before.
Which was the first time Vicki Trimble and Danny Heine had to improvise against Mother Nature.
She turned her home into the shop for the interim period with the flooding.
And after surviving 2 weddings and 2 floods in 4 years, Danny Heine says she's offered some advice to her son.
We have told our son that he cannot get married in Austin under any circumstances. It seems to bring on flooding.
Dan Conrad, ABC 6 News.
Now, the Hardy Uranium has flowers ordered for 3 more weddings this weekend and hopes to be open for business again in about a week. Floodwaters are still creating havoc downstream. The rolling, churning waters of the Mississippi inch higher and higher, topping levees and spilling over into Lincoln County, Missouri, threatening to flood the towns of Winfield and Fulton.
Cairo.
The waters are so
Cairo. Cairo, what you doing, buddy? What you doing?
National Guard officers sandbagged the shores, even using rocks to reinforce levees. The Mississippi is still 2 days from cresting.
If we did not get that rock on there, the potential for water to come up underneath that levee is great.
Meanwhile, the cleanup continues in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, but that's complicated by a lack of electricity. A Chicago-based company is sending a dozen trucks to help restore the power. The Twin Cities Salvation Army will be sending a truckload of supplies to Cedar Rapids tomorrow. People in need are depending on donations like meat and garbage bags. And to find out how you can help the victims of the flood, just head to your homepage for news. That's KAALT.com. We've teamed up with the Salvation Army and created the Flood Relief Center. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about flood relief. Well, it's time now for a first check of our weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins, who is live in our weather center. Rusty?
Erica, we've had a pretty decent day. It looks like we're going to see temperatures that are
just not giving up.
And